Lesson 18. The Leadership of Gandhiji. The return of Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi brought a dramatic change in the freedom struggle of India. When Gandhiji came back to India, he studied the condition of India. He got moved by the poverty of the people in the country. So, he adopted a simple life which earned the title of Mahatma for himself. Gandhiji tried to remove social evils like untouchability. He worked for the unity of the Indians to protest against the British. Soon he started applying his non-violent satyagraha to various local struggles to unite the people. He fought for the rights of the indigo farmers of Bihar, the peasants of Gujarat, and the textile workers of Ahmedabad. His method of non-violent satyagraha became successful and inspired the whole nation. Gandhiji emerged as a moral force in the country. In the meantime, the First World War ended in the victory of England. The British made severe laws against the Indians. They empowered the police to arrest and imprison any Indian without trial. Gandhiji took this as an open challenge. The political leaders of various groups also rested their faith in Gandhiji. Gandhiji responded to it by launching satyagraha on a large scale against the British. The Indians organized the first ever All India strike on 6th April 1919 under the leadership of Mahatma Gandhi. Jallianwala Bagh incident. On 13th April 1919, General Dyer attacked the peaceful gathering of villagers in the Jallianwala Bagh in Punjab. He blocked the gate of the park and ordered his troops to fire their guns on the people. Many people lost their lives and many were injured. Several persons jumped into the well of the park to escape the bullets. Non-Cooperation Movement. The tragedy of Jallianwala Bagh spread throughout the country. After this tragedy, under the leadership of Gandhiji, the Non-Cooperation Movement was started in 1920. People boycotted courts, educational institutions, elections, and foreign goods. A number of national schools were established in the country. The Non-Cooperation Movement spread throughout the country. The movement inspired Subhash Chandra Bose to join the movement. Many young people also joined the movement. The Hindu-Muslim unity was seen. The British tried to detach the Muslims from the movement, which led to Hindu-Muslim riots. Gandhiji wanted this movement to run peacefully without any violence. The movement was successful for some time. Suddenly, the peasants in Chauri Chaura turned violent. They set fire and burnt to death 22 policemen in a police station. Gandhiji was unhappy with this violence and he withdrew the movement immediately. Gandhiji was arrested. Anti-Simon Movement. The struggle for freedom continued. The British appointed the Simon Commission to examine and improve the Indian administration. But all the members of this commission were Englishmen. There was no Indian member in the commission. It hurt the self-esteem of the Indian leadership. All the political parties and others declared not to cooperate with the Simon Commission. Thousands of people were severely beaten by the police, including leaders like Nehru, Govind Ballabh Pant, and Lala Lajpat Rai. As a result, Lala Lajpat Rai died. Revolutionaries like Bhagat Singh, Rajguru, and Sukhdev became active. They killed a British officer who was responsible for lathi charge on Lala Lajpat Rai. Later on, Bhagat Singh, Rajguru, and Sukhdev were hanged. Civil Disobedience Movement. The Civil Disobedience Movement was started under the leadership of Gandhiji to achieve Purna Swaraj. In this movement, people boycotted foreign goods. They did not pay land revenue and held protest and demonstrations against the government. It started with Dandi March on 12th March 1930. The British government did not permit people to make salt from sea water. Gandhiji decided to break this law himself. Therefore, he left Sabarmati ashram with Sarojini Naidu and other ashram members for Dandi. He broke the salt law by making some salt from sea water. The people, including teenagers, women farmers and workers, joined the movement. The British adopted severe measures to destroy the movement. Many people were badly beaten. Several thousands of people were arrested. Many leaders, including Gandhiji, were arrested and put in prison. The Second World War and the Congress. The Second World War started in September 1939. The British government involved India in the war without consulting the Indians. The Congress refused to offer any cooperation in the war. The Congress leaders wanted definite assurance from the British to declare India as an independent nation after the war. But the British government did not give any assurance. The Congress ministers resigned. Quit India movement. The Congress launched another mass movement on 8th August 1942 against the British. Gandhiji named it Quit India. He asked all the Indians to do or die. The movement spread all over the country. Many leaders, including Gandhiji, were arrested. The British government tried to prevent the movement, but the people responded to Gandhiji's call, do or die, with great efforts. Indian National Army. During the Second World War, the Indian National Army was formed with the great efforts of Rash Bihari Bose. There were nearly 45,000 soldiers in the INA. Subhash Chandra Bose became the Commander-in-Chief of the Indian National Army. His main goal was to convert the INA into a powerful force of the Indian freedom struggle. Subhash Chandra Bose was popularly known as Netaji. The Indians responded with great spirit to his Dilli Chalo and Jai Hind slogans. India wins freedom. The Second World War ended in 1945. On 23rd March 1946, the Prime Minister of England said that the British government had decided to give great freedom to India. The British cabinet mission reached Delhi. Several discussions took place with the Indian leaders on the issue of independence. On 24th March 1947, Lord Mountbatten became the Viceroy of India. He announced his plan for the division of India and Pakistan. This announcement led to communal riots. Thousands of people lost their lives. Many people lost their homes. Gandhiji and other leaders tried their best to control the situation, but they failed. India divided into India and Pakistan. Under these sad conditions, India got independence on 15th August 1947. Jawaharlal Nehru became the first Prime Minister of our country, and Dr. Rajendra Prasad became the first President of India. But Gandhiji's dream of an undivided India